enthusiasts and people that might not be heraldry enthusiasts. I'm Russell Messerschmidt, and today I'm working on Lady Alice Catherine's device. She's had it for a while, and she got an augmentation, which in this case is the dragon bit on the top. And she'd like a better copy of it, and she'd also like a round version of it for a user pick, so we're going to do both. We're going to go ahead and start with shield shape first. Per chevron Veriten or 2 Catherine wheels and a fleur-de-lis counterchanged, and for augmentation on a Chief Argent, a pale gules surmounted by a dragon passant vert. So, let's get on that. So we got the so we need to do the chevron vert. I'm going to cheat a little, because as we know, that's what I do, I cheat. And let's bring that down to that little thing there, and that needs an extra point, and that extra point is going to be a bendy point, because we're going to bring this down. And doesn't quite look right. Let's go ahead and bring that down just a little more. There we go. And we want that to be vert, which is green. And, oh, that's not quite the right color there. There we go. So we've got our chevron. Now we need a fleur-de-lis. Let's go plus fleur-de-lis. Flora. Fleur-de-lis. We'll give her a nice pretty fleur-de-lis. And since it's going into the base there, we'll make sure, let's go with fleur-de-lis 4. It's similar to what she has already, but it's a little fancier. And since apparently she is the Vert Acorn Herald, or Acorn Vert Herald, I'm not sure, I don't remember which order it goes in, but she's a super herald. Let's make that vert. Let's make that vert. Making all the same things vert. Let's see, and that'd be a different vert. Oh, I don't like that. That actually looks better. Alright, so we got that going on. And now we need a pair of Catherine wheels. So I don't remember where that got put. I will have to do a search. So we run the search. Hey, look at that. We got Catherine wheels. Let's take a look where that is. That looks a little fancier. Alright, let's go ahead and break that up. Make it a little easier to manipulate. Have those be the same yellow. In this case, it will be FCCOO. And have that be our standard yellow. That should be the standard yellow too. Look at that. Isn't that party? Turn on the aspect ratio so that when I resize these, it all stays happy. Alrighty. And save. Whoop. Duplicate. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, so we've got our Catherine wheels, we've got our fleur-de-lis. Yeah, the fleur-de-lis can actually be just a wee bit smaller. There we go. And save. Save early, save often. I know I've said that before, but it's one of those things that bears repeating. And I'm a repeating bear. I'm sorry. There we go. Made the chevron a little more pointy. And now it's time for the augmentation. So I'm going to cheat a little. As we've established, that's what I do. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Bring that up. And now it's time for the green dragon. So let me get the dragon, which is in the dragon subdirectory. Western. General. And he's a walking dragon with 1 foot up, so he's a dragon passant. And I think actually I had a... I'm not sure, but I think I might have this augmentation in my Populous badge directory. Or not. That would be a big no. You know, it's the Middle Kingdom. Sorry. No, I'm gonna have to grab somebody else's middle dragon because this just ain't right. Because, yeah, that's ugly. Give me a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pop open a browser and find a good augmentation dragon passant. So, stick with me while I find that. hope this all records because I've been having a problem with the video doing weird things. So, ooh, the Viking Answer Lady has an excellent dragon passant. And that's the one I'm going to use. I just have to scroll down to it. She's got all kinds of fun stuff. There it is. And why can't I pull it up? Ah. Because it's download all images as a zip file. So, I guess I'm going to download all images as a zip file. This is going to be very entertaining in a moment. So, let me go to my downloads. Extract all. It's on a little directory. It's extracting. It's going to take a moment, which is why I'm nattering on. So I have to do all of this in one take because I don't yet have the software to put clips together. It's going to be about a minute more, 30 seconds more. $630 items. Wow. Almost done. Hooray! Then we want the dragon passant. Dragon passant. I think it was passant 2. Yes. Excellent. Now, is this an editable thing? Yes. Alrighty. So we will go ahead and turn this green. Actually, we're gonna do all kinds of evil things to make it more suitable for my purposes. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this apart to get all those yellow bits together. Oh dear. But it's still a better dragon than the one I have, so that's why I do this. I really enjoy the heraldry. Come on. Because this is a weird combo file thing, it doesn't always click where it's supposed to, or it doesn't register. It's got stuff going on, and it's a pain in the butt. But it's still going to be a better fit than the file that I already had. Zoom out. I keep clicking on the yellow. I don't want yellow. I want the green. 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 there's a little bit of yellow hiding right there. No. Come on. There we go. No, that's not it. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. We've got our green dragon on the red stripey Catherine wheels, the whole schmear. Let's go ahead and take out the guidelines because we don't need those anymore. Alrighty. So I will save this. We are going to export it at 600 pixels high. Yeah. And now we're going to make the round version, which is actually going to be pretty easy. I'm going to save as. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a circle on top of this. And I'm going to make the circle a little bigger. There we go. What I'm going to do is shove that all the way to the back. actually go ahead and move these out a little bit. I'm going ahead and moving them to the corner there. Save. And file, document properties. Let us resize page to fit drawing.
Guys, there's a.
There we go.
Not Nitro, there's a guy on the roof. No, damn. Yeah, we forgot to secure the room leading to the building, like the garage. There's a bug there. Nice. Nitro, are you okay? Hey, I'm number 2.
Okay.
Oh my god, I hate Mozzie. Mozzie is the bane of my existence. I don't care.
Now we've got it as a square, but when it goes, if it gets slapped into a circle the way Facebook does, it'll show up, the whole device will show up in the circle. So we'll save it, we'll export it as one round. and save. And there we go. Thank you for joining me, and have a lovely day.